What's up, everybody? This is Primary here. I'm back to give you guys another top speed tune. This is going to be another requested one by Jazzy. This is the BRZ STI Sport 2018 engine swap with the C701 Corvette engine. This is pretty good, honestly. If it's possible for it to go faster, I haven't hit that point yet, but at 279 and 299 with NOS, I'm completely happy with that, honestly, because that means it can be pretty much up there with the C6 and a lot of the other 280 cars. But going straight into the tune, gonna go to the suspension. It's gonna be pretty much the same as pretty much all my other tunes. Um, in addition to my other tunes, though, the anti-roll bars, if anybody's having any issues, raise them up, because there's a couple of cars I've been having problems with the handling wise, either in the turn or in the straight, and raising up the roll bars will keep it more sturdy, and it'll keep it from like weaving back and forth. But a lot of the newer cars don't even need that. It's mostly towards the older cars, like the anything that's in like the 1990s and or like when I mean 1990s, I mean like early 1990s, like 92 and older have that issue for some reason. Um, but continuing on the suspension, compression is going to be 40 front and rear. Expansion is going to be 30 front and rear. Natural frequency or spring rate is going to be all the way down front and rear. No camber and no toe. The reason why I'm having no camber, and you guys will see this as I post more, I found out that the camber actually does, for some reason, honestly, affects the handling in the turn. I do know, like in the early months of this game, because we're in like I want to say we're like between 8 to 10 months of this game being out now. I want to say like 8 to 9. We've had a decent amount of updates, and I think in one of the updates they messed with the suspension, because we've had plenty of them now where they've messed with the suspension and the transmission. Mainly just twice for the transmission, but the suspension's been hit quite hard now. The camera doesn't seem to give you more grip in the turn, at least on Route X. On tracks, on other road courses and stuff like that, that could be the case where it actually gives you more. I don't know, but it just seems that the camber angle is redundant now. So zero camber from here on out until they mess with something else. And I'm hoping they don't mess with anything else with the suspension or the transmissions at this point, because so far I haven't had any issues at all. Like, all my tunes are still fine. It's pretty much they have not been even touched at all with all the updates. The only thing's been touched with the updates, which I find kind of odd, is the performance points. And I'll talk about that later. Later when I get onto the track, show you guys the top speed. Um, Going over to the transmission, you want to take your top speed automatically adjusted up to 480, and then you want to take your final, bring it down to 3.503, and once you get that, you want to adjust your fifth gear to hopefully match mine, 0.523. If you guys are not able to match that, just try to match the right number at 475. That is the goal, the peak I can get at the current point. The good thing about with this transmission, or the transmission setup and all that stuff, with how they have it on here, is that you can do a lot more fine tuning with the transmission, which I like. You don't have to worry about converting, because I used to go and convert miles per hour to kilometers per hour, so I get like the peak of it. But now I really don't need to, because I can just base off of the transmission now, off of the gearing. The sixth gear I have at 555, which I do remember messing with it. So if 555 or 0.475, which one you can match, try to match the rightmost number first, then the leftmost number. But if you guys are having if you guys feel like it's too short or a little bit too long, it's in a good pocket for drafting. So if you guys don't like that, you can readjust as you guys see fit. But this seems to be working out just fine. Later on, I may or may not post different types of tunes. I guess say like upgraded tunes or something like that. But as I said, I'll talk about that on the track. But yeah, hopefully you guys got that. With that, I'll head out to the track. All right, so first thing in order, the performance points alteration, I guess you could say, is odd now because no matter now, I do know with the reason why they're messing with the performance points now is mainly because of a lot of the glitches that everyone's able to, not everyone, but a lot of other people are able to do. Because I haven't tried doing it in a very, very long time. I tried it when it first came out, was the Tomahawk X variant to get to where you could go like 600 horsepower or 600 performance points or something along those lines. But with that, Polyphony has been on that quite a lot, and they've now nerfed, I don't want to say nerfed, but they've gotten rid of that glitch, and because mainly that was in the transmission, and I'm assuming, this is my assumption because I have never messed with it, I'm assuming that there's another way to get your suspension to give it lower rating. I'm not really sure about that, but for some reason they took off the performance points rating that's affiliated to the transmission and the suspension. So now you can have the suspension at whatever configuration you want it at, and it will not do anything to your performance points. Your performance points are strictly pretty much on everything else that's not connected, that's not related to the suspension. Transmission, to my knowledge, is also the same, but I imagine it'll be boosted a little bit when you buy the transmission, the fully customizable one, in the shop. But that's going to be about it, though. I guess the only way you're going to be able to adjust it for your performance points for your car. So yeah, it's just great, I guess. As you see there, it goes through the turn quite well. It with the way the engine is, with a lot of the cars that you can put it in, because it's like 5 cars you can put this engine in now, they tend to have a bit of an issue with turning in general because there's so much horsepower going to the back tires, and I'm not saying there's a lot of torque, but there's a lot of, something that will cause the back tires to spin a little bit too much, and you'll lose grip if you turn too quickly. So if you guys don't want to, try to have comforts on, and that's about all I can think about that could fix that. Fix it. As you see here, I'm at 278. The only reason I'm hitting 278 though is because, of course, the wind speed is not that big of a deal. The wind speed is actually pretty much spot on. It's just the wind condition of the direction. The wind direction is kind of off. But it will hit 279 with ideal wind conditions if you're able to manipulate. I don't say manipulate, but if you're able to get 0 wind, just take 2 miles per hour off all the tunes that I've been posting. It just takes off 2 miles per hour. That's all the wind gives you, 2 miles per hour. If you can get somehow, 20 miles per hour or even 25 miles per hour, because I've seen that before, then you'll get another mile or 2 out of it. That's about it. So, I know there's another thing I was going to talk about that was in the suspension or the transmission wise. but I can't remember it. So if it goes back to me, I'll talk about it in the next video. But this has been the end of the video. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button. Also subscribe for more videos. I'm posting now every 2 days a week. I'm gonna try to do it the best I can for every Monday and Thursday. If it's not Monday and Thursday, it's probably gonna be Monday and Friday. Like Mondays are gonna be guaranteed day I'm gonna be posting. It's the other day, the Thursday or Friday, is gonna be hit or miss depending on how busy I am during the day, during the time I'm I post it and all that stuff. So. Also, if you guys have any questions, or put them down in the comments below. And also, if you guys have any, suggestions that you guys want to see for other top speed tunes of cars I've not done yet, put them down in the comments below. I know there's a lot of engine swap tunes. Some of them I won't do because it's gonna either take a while for me to work on them, because I have majority of the engine swaps. It's the newer ones. Like I think we got like 4 new engines, if not 3 new engines in the 1.25 update, and I was only lucky enough to get 1 of those, which I'll probably post that tune for that car that has that specific engine. I'm not gonna say what it is, to give you guys, so you guys, that way I can give you guys more of a surprise on it. But yeah, as before, if you guys want to see if you guys want me to do other top speed tunes, put them down in the comments below of a car I have not done yet. And I'll let you know if I either have it, which most likely I do. I have most of the cars in the game now. Like I have like 66% on the collection, but the reason why I'm missing so much is because most of it's coming from the Brand Central. I just don't see him buying all the Brand Central cars when I'm max level. So, yeah, I will also let you know if I either A, am still working on it, or B, won't be working on it, because I know it's not going to be that fast of a car. There's only a few engine swap cars I have that will be an exception to what I say now. But yeah, with that, I will see you guys next video.